Free schooling, I know you don't want to hear it. The bill is hard to swallow. But it's true and it's facts. President Trump won this election by a landslide. Our legislators, our weak-ass rhino governors, they need to be turned out of office. We will no longer tolerate the elites running our country. We are fed up and we won't take it anymore. Let freedom ring like Dr. King told y'all years ago. Let it ring.
Safeties. We're from Florida. We got run. Sure, absolutely.
Democrats want to defund the police. You know why they want to defund the police? Because they know you will kill each other. There's nobody to stop you. That is why they want to defund the police. They want to exterminate the black race.
Sorry, two people.
That's why abortion clinics and liquor stores is in every black community in America. Wake up, black people. Don't let them keep doing you like that. Did you know Dr. King was a Republican? Did you know Dr. King was a Republican and his dad?
Yeah.
The only time that he changed from being a Republican is when Dr. King himself got locked up in South Georgia. And the daddy had to make a deal with the sheriff to become a Democrat, and he will release him from the prison. Don't take my word for it, look it up yourself. Democrats are the party of the KKK. They misinformed. People misinformed. They don't know the history. They don't read. They even have smartphones. Now they don't look at that and try to figure out what's going on. So I can walk down the street and see them believe. Oh, no, they don't do.
Thank you so much.
Where is Black Lives Matter while you standing in that line? Black Lives Matter consists of white liberals that wear t-shirts that Black Lives Matter. They put the signs in their yard and their windows say Black Lives Matter, but where are they? Why are they out here helping you? Why are they not giving you a place to stay? Why? Think about it. Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. BLM came to Atlanta, had to destroy your own black city. I own business in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I go back and forth, but I live in New York. One of the guys told me doing that back in July when they was destroying Atlanta. They said, no more black man own business in Atlanta. That's what they told me to my face, and I'm a black business owner right here in Atlanta, Georgia. So they have you to tear up your town where your parents work, where your kids work. You're destroying your city. You are destroying your town. Do not fall for it anymore.
No more.
Stop destroying where you work, where you live. Those same white liberals go back to Roswell, Alpharetta when they get through destroying downtown Atlanta and go to bed and sleep easy. While you have to look over your shoulders in the city of Atlanta. No problem.
Hello, Trump supporters. Testing. Oh, it works. Good morning, Trump supporters. My name is Katie Stanford. I'm a in Woodstock. I came down here for the 10 a.m. judiciary hearing on the election. They're not letting anybody into the hearing room. But I just saw Mayor Giuliani walk into the building. I walked right past him. Okay, so when I went up to the 4th floor, they had it roped off, and they're not letting anybody into the room. They just have the live stream. So on my way back out, after I passed Mayor Giuliani, he's coaching me on this thing. It's great. I bumped into my own state senator, Brandon Beach. He said they're having another hearing at 1 o'clock in the judiciary, and I asked him if he was doing anything to try to get us a special session. He claims he's trying. He is? Wonderful. Cantrell and who else? Remember? Okay, so this young lady is telling us that there are 3 of them trying to get it done. I assume it's Senator or Representative Cantrell and then Senator Brandon Beach. So they're having a 1 o'clock hearing today. Mr. Beach was anxious to get away from me. However, so because of that, I was unable to ask him if the public would be allowed in at the 1 o'clock meeting. So I'm not sure if I'll come back for that or not. I just wanted to give y'all those 2 tidbits of information. Y'all have a great morning. I'm so glad y'all are here.
So, Giuliani, this is Giuliani's take on the Constitution. Jimmy's back.
Okay, so I did forget one thing. You know, obviously, the important thing to do is to call your state senators Okay, can you please call your state senators and your state representatives? Those are the people that could make this decision. If you're not calling them, you're talking to the wrong people. Your state senators and your state representatives. Thank you very much.
They didn't find time. Exactly. I don't think anybody in the entire country feels very comfortable with who got what. And I don't think they'll ever sort it out. This time I want to
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's just as it grew bigger.
In both Republicans and Democrats.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Yeah. That probationary period. You're only supposed to be a little resident.
What you guys are doing is pushing everybody. Our wedding, a funeral. That's all they came out there.
Okay,
So if you guys are not boycotting Jersey Mike's for their BLM sandwich, it's no longer a bacon lettuce tomato. It's a bacon lettuce tomato. Yeah, it's a BLM sandwich. It's bacon lettuce tomato. I don't eat Jersey Mike's no more. I don't eat it no more. I used to eat Jersey Mike's every It's obnoxious. For what? Because to any regular person, everybody equal. If we were all blind, we would not see color. Who gives a fuck what you look like? Really, all this crap that's going on.
What's up, Donna?
There are some.
That's fine.
And I'm like,
So I'm just like, but I was so like,
maybe I'll see you in Valdosta.
oh yeah, that'd be great.
It's not here, so I don't know. Maybe he'll be here later. I've seen him.
We gave it to him and he said, "You'll never get it."
Remember that?
Well, so me and this guy separately, we went to, we just keep up with each other. So we went to DC, then we were here for all week in Atlanta. He's from Florida. And then we went to, last week we went to Lansing, Michigan on Monday, on Thursday. Yeah. You probably saw me in, so then on Thursday, on Thanksgiving, we were in Chicago, and then Madison, and then Phoenix, and then here. Same thing every time. Yeah, they did a live stream in Madison, one with us, they were walking around, and then somebody spit on it, and then they interviewed me again after that. Yeah, he was like maybe 16 on drugs. I just went and talked to him, he started crying. I wasn't yelling at him, I was just talking to him. He started crying and apologizing. He was not long there. Yeah, Dennis. Yeah, he was there. He's working today. Yeah, he was standing beside me. He's from Atlanta. I never met him, and he was there in Madison visiting family. It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, we went to Phoenix, and I played 28 hours straight. Just all money. I've stopped everything. Alright, we'll be flag holders.
Might be a good idea. You'll pull it down for us, Dan?
I would register.
Good. Don't let that
I'll
touch
see
the
you
ground. Not good.
Okay, I'll go to Savannah. Are y'all gonna go to all of them? Yeah, I don't know if anything's gonna be happening next week, or if I'm just gonna wait to go to She's standing next to me. Oh, Jimmy says hi. Yeah, I was following the bus. Follow the bus all the way to DC. I wear the same thing.
Guys behind us don't look very violent. Don't think we got a very violent crowd.
I'm trying to make sure I know what the hearing is saying. Because I have to report to the interview, right? He doesn't have any. Yeah.
Nice meeting you. What was your name? Okay, Keith. Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I would interview, but I need to pay attention to what they're. Do you have something to write with? Yes. No. Let me go get it.
I'm not 100% sure exactly. But I know the law. I know. Is it? Oh well, I don't know if it, but if it's for putting gold to China, then say your name. It's close to Japan because I'm just nervous about them coming after us. You know. Would you like to give your name or? Oh, okay.
Inside out, Dan. Turn around.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
What brought you here?
What brought me here was
Yeah.
I want to stand up for all Americans, no matter what party you're at. Right now, it's for our country. It's getting stolen. So even if I vote Republican, I'm still here for every American. So that's why I came down, took a day off from work, and I think it's really important that we stand up for our country and what's happening and get the corruption unveiled.
And what is going on in here now?
Right now, we're here supporting that we would like them to call a general session so they can look into all the corruption that's happening and that's happened in their state from people that are stating that what they saw on the ballots and how the how machine votes were changed and stuff like that. I mean, even if one person says it, a vote's a vote and everybody's vote should be secure. And if they can do it now, just imagine what they're going to do for the rest of our voting systems, regardless. Even if it's not presidential, they can just run all of our country. So I think it's very important. I think it's important that every country, we just need prayers for America, because we're the last beacon of hope for even for them, and we want to be there. So I think it's important to just to take a stand for my children and someday my children's children, and for this country and people that can't be here to have a voice. So that's why I came down, just to show my support. First it was for President Trump, and I still support him, but now it's for the integrity of America and our culture more than anything right now. I want if he were to lose legitimately, I would have been fine. Like, okay, but when I saw the corruption, that was very disheartening, and it was very sad. Very sad. And I'm really disappointed in our media that's not showing really what's going on, how there's so much cover up. And when he says a deep state, I never really realized how deep it is. And I think other countries understand that too, because they don't have what we have in America. And people want to come here for what we have as a country. We don't want to lose that, even for people that we want to come to our country legally. So that's what, that was helpful?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate everything. Yes, thank you.
Well, I was reading on they were supposed to get their state but I was very tapped on it's what my ex-husband's driving. I'm like, that's not right. I know, I mean, it's supposed to be 7. You think that it's 7 to 10 hours? Yes, I know it. Yeah, I was there at that one.
Stop the steal!
Stop the steal!
We're going to be here all day long.
Yeah. I can't eat. I know. We can choose no. I can't decide if we're doing. What's that? Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. That was. I mean, I know you.
I talked to the state staff and the law enforcement. See that fire hydrant? Yeah. That brick. Yeah. End of the brick where the guy's sitting. That's the only place we're allowed to move. Okay. Hey, listen, run. See the circle?
She's a activist, like I know this person. She's the one who organized the car parade.
After we do that, we'll start tucking away all the wires. Nothing. It's going to plug in the generator once it's plugged in.
I interviewed her many times. We interviewed her the first time at the CNN Center. Anyway, yeah. We have for 20 days. Yeah. Before they sell out.
How serious were you about running for governor in New York? I'm going to move to New York.
Yeah, right?
So, it was at the airport. Wait, they were right.
So November 13th was my last day. It was just the word area. That's what came from
Stop the steal! Stop the steal!
They seem to have more knowledge.
Hell yeah!
The guy who had the megaphone.
Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Special session! Special session! Special session! Special
What's on my mind is how America has slipped into a third world country. We acting worse than a third world country with our election. It's clear that the election was stolen. We all know that. And it's clear that they don't want to do anything about it, including the Department of Justice, our FBI. Like I've been saying for years, the FBI is just something to get people thrown under the bus. as a black man, I've seen this over and over. The way the FBI have done President Trump during his tenure in office, it's the same way they have done black men forever. Those same tactics used on black men, but then President Trump is a white man. We have no faith in our institutions. They are rotten to the core. Especially after this election, I have been going around the country and speaking to people, and they're telling me they'll never vote again because they vote on count. I was told this 20 years ago when I was living in Georgia that, man, you're crazy. Why you out here? Your vote don't count. I was told that. Now I see why they say that, because it's clear that President Trump won, and President Trump won, and our voices are not being heard. So over half of the nation, more voices weren't being heard. I know for a fact the election was stolen before the election, as Pelosi and some of her friends were saying, telling Joe Biden that whatever happens, don't concede. You'll be installed. So I call on to all those little key words that they were doing. I call on to Joe Biden himself saying that I don't need your vote now, I need it out the election. So all that comes back in my mind, comes back to play with the news media on their side. That's all. It does concern me with the runoff coming. That's why I came to Georgia. I live in New York City. I came to help Kelly Loeffler and both try to get them elected, try to get it.
How y'all doing? What are you here for? Stop the steal! I can't hear you! I still can't hear you! My name is Melanie Morgan and I've come from San Francisco, California. We've come from all across the country, 112,000 conservative activists. We're here to help you, Georgia! We love you, Georgia! And we are going to vote for Kelly Loeffler. You guys are going to elect David Perdue. We are going to stop socialism. You guys, you need help. We're here to help you. We got to get them to pay attention inside. So let's hear our voices. One more time. Stop the steal! 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 One more time. Stop the steal! Thank you. Raise your voices, everybody. Stop the steal.
Stop-the-steal.us.
You know, we cannot afford to lose these two elections. We cannot. You guys have to vote. Yay! We want to re-elect Donald John Trump. He's our president. He is the only real leader. The fake president, Joe Biden, has no place in the White House. Every single vote counts, everybody. We need you here, we need to be here, and we need to stay here until they hear us. Can you hear us now? 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 Everybody, you've got to vote. You've just got to turn out and vote in your special election. The rest of America needs you, Georgia. We need you to stop the spread of socialism. You know what's going to happen if those seats go blue. It is all over for us. That's why we are spending our own money, flying here on our own time, dropping our jobs, our families, all of our responsibilities to be here with you today. Tomorrow we're going to be in front of the governor's mansion, and I'm bringing dead people with me. We're going to have a limousine full of zombies, and we're going to be there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're going to let Brian Kemp know that dead people cannot vote in Georgia. Come with us, join with us, 1 o'clock tomorrow at the governor's mansion. Dead people don't vote. Thank you all very much.
Turn that sign.
I didn't know you were about to do that, so
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How's everybody doing? Who was there yesterday in Alpharetta? If you weren't there, you missed something special. It's all anybody's talking about around the world. How many people saw it on Parler? On Twitter? All right. So I'm actually here for the hearing. This morning I had some calls. This is more of a legislative update than a speech. You guys know that I'm an organizer. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Ali Alexander. I started Stop the Steal. I started the movement in 2018. We saved Rick Scott's ass. We saved Ron DeSantis' ass. We couldn't save the Agriculture Commissioner in Florida. And then in 2020, my friend Scott Pressler called me up and he said, you got to restart Stop the Steal. And we put together a nationwide movement. Every Sunday, every state capital, at noon their local time, patriots are meeting. It's been kind of inspiring. We put hundreds of thousands of bodies in D.C. and we run it all out of stopthesteal.us. Now I do want to comment. It's really cool and it's fun to see all these other groups pop up, and I'm generally supportive of all of them. But the main events, the sanctioned events from Stop the Steal and our giant coalition of over 150 people, ranging from General Flynn to Newt Gingrich to Jenny Beth Martin, Tea Party Patriots, Brandon Straka, Scott Pressler, and myself are ran out of stopthesteal.us. But we know there's a bunch of people doing everything they can to try to save the Republic, and we're very supportive of that. So this morning, the reason I'm late and the reason we're waiting to see if Lynn's going to show is I was talking with state legislators from Arizona. How many people saw the lawsuit that dropped last night in Arizona? That's what I love about this movement is this is not a Fox News movement. If it was a Fox News movement, we'd have to be busy explaining all that stuff. But y'all, local Fox, right? Local Fox?
No, that was CNN.
No, he said Fox. So anyway, if you don't know, the Arizona State Party, and the chairwoman is a friend of mine, Kelly Ward, sued the hell out of the governor last night and the Secretary of State. They told the governor, Doug Ducey, that he signed illegally and with knowledge an illegal document. And I agree with them. They told the Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, she signed an illegal document. The audacity that they would certify the election during the middle of a hearing where we are hearing from whistleblowers, retired military, PSYOPs, intelligence officials, that this election was rigged is absolutely a thumb in our nose, and we're not going to forget it, are we? And Governor Kemp needs to hear the same message. What they both need to hear, and I want them to hear me loud, is that when they're up for re-election, I've got 100,000 activists willing to flood any state I say. And we will door knock, and we will phone bank, and we will be the small donors to a Stop the Steal endorsed candidate, won't we? Stop the steal! 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 See, I think we became single-issue voters. We want fair elections and transparent counting. We believe we're a self-governing people. We know that this nation was started because of Christian persecution, right? And we believe in the philosophical and theological underpinnings of Christian liberty. That our government, whether it's monarchy or republic, owes us something, right? Because in each of us, we were created by God. We have the spark of God in us. And they are our governors. They are not our masters. So we're going to get us our republic back one way, the First Amendment, or another. Who knows? So anyway, what's happening, my friend, Senator, or State Representative Mark Ketchum, who is the chairman of the hearing,
that happened in Arizona where President Trump called in. He called me last night. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this. And he said, Ali, you did this. And I said, we did this. And I said, you were brave enough to do this hearing. But what you guys need to know is, I mean, he was dragged like hell by his caucus leaders. Dragged like hell. He was called, he was threatened. The Democrats threatened his life. And that was before there were any panelists. And I got a call from Congressman Gosar. You guys know Congressman Gosar? Okay, you guys got to follow him. He's the spirit animal of Stop the Steal. He's actually the originator of the DC March. He called me and said, y'all need to march on DC. I said, we'll see what we can do. But he called me and said, you know, can you put 1,000 bodies in Phoenix, Arizona? And I said, we can do that. And we put 2,000 bodies out there. They shut down the street for us because we had the First Amendment. Forget a permit, right? We got to take back some of our liberties. Incrementalism has killed the church. It has killed the Republican Party. It has killed the conservative movement. And so we're here for victory or death, aren't we? Victory or death. So, you know, I told him, I said, we got your back. You were brave. I mean, it's like it is the parable of the mustard seed. You have one state rep willing to have Trump's back, and then 8 others join him, and then there's 5 in the audience. I want to let you guys know there's been a 100% conversion rate. Every state representative and state senator who didn't participate in the panel in Arizona but was in the audience, they're on board now. We got Rudy Giuliani a meeting with Speaker Bowers and State Senate President Fan there in Arizona because 2,000 bodies showed up. So when they tell you that, oh, they're just throwing events and they're hearing from fancy speakers, they don't know. I don't want permits. I don't want a stage. I don't want speaking fees. I don't want a published agenda. To be honest, I don't even want that damn podium here. I want to protest and petition my government. Yeah. We're here to protest and petition our government. Because this is the USA. USA! 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 I don't think they realize how angry we are. You know, it's great that we have this friend from San Francisco here. We welcome everybody, don't we? We welcome Democrats. I mean, I'm sure that they've rigged in their primaries. Tim Canova knows that Debbie Wasserman Schultz rigged the primary there in Florida twice. Okay? So there's all kinds of cheaters here, and we're going to figure this out as a country, but we believe at StopTheSteal.us and fair elections and transparent counting, and we oppose the lockdowns. Do y'all oppose the lockdowns? Last, on Thanksgiving, you guys, who knows what I did for Thanksgiving? We got friends that were there in Chicago. Instead of hanging out with my family, I marched in Chicago because Mayor Lightfoot said, don't have Thanksgiving. So, yeah, Beetlejuice had a Halloween party. In fact, she's always celebrating Halloween. That witch. I said it with a W. So we protested and violated the city orders. Then we marched and violated the city orders. And then I hung out with Pastor Corey Brooks, and we had Thanksgiving in his church, and we violated her stupid order. Because I want people to know that Stop the Steal is not going away. We will oppose the lockdowns that are unscientific, by the way. They're anti-science, in fact. We are going to oppose them with our bodies. If I have to tell 1,000 people to sit their ass in the street, I will sit with them. If we have to get arrested, we will get arrested. But we will shake the conscience of this nation, and we, the people, will make a choice, not our bureaucrats. And media, you can choose to be for we, the people, or you can be abolished. So, that's on somebody who did that thing at the top. And the police have been wonderful to us, haven't they? We back the blue when the blue backs our rights, don't we? And they need to hear that. And I've had a wonderful experience with the state capitol police here. And I had an even better experience with the Chicago PD. You know, the mayor, she published this little image where she thanked all of these city agencies but left off the police. I mean, just total scumbags. Yeah, so look, there's a great opportunity. I think you're all pioneers in a movement. I really feel like God told me that this movement is going to be 10 million strong by February. I really think that. And I think that we don't need to be a permanent movement. We just need some of our liberties back. And it's been 30 or 40 years and we just let them encroach. But what happens if 2 million people decide not to pay their taxes? What happens when we want religious exemptions for some of our boys and girls to get out of the military before they go to a Biden-Kamala Harris war? Okay. We're playing with fire. You can't take away our elections. So anyway, last thing I want to say is Georgia. Here in Georgia, actually I got two things to say. Because I don't like people telling Georgians what to do. I really don't. It's bothering me, and I appreciate our friend. I don't even know who paid for the sound system. I'm not even using it, so it doesn't matter. It's for everybody. Thank you, brother. It's for America. Thank you. Huge round of applause. So, what I want to say is, there's 2 Senate hearings today. One started at 10. I think the other starts at 2. 1. Thank you. And these Senate committees would not be meeting if y'all did not come out. That's right. So the nation owes you pioneers a thank you. So let me thank you. Thank you guys for coming. Thank y'all for when we came. I don't know, was it last week for 4 days? It's all just in the middle of the speech. So I just want to thank y'all. And, you know, I'm working with Senator Beach out of Alpharetta. Yes. Huge round of applause for Brandon Beach. Yes. And he's got 3 colleagues in the state Senate that signed a letter with him demanding a special session. Huge shout out for them. They're not going to get primary. State Representative, a Democrat, my friend, Vernon Jones. He's in the Capitol right now. I think I'm going to go squeeze in with him and see if I can get a seat in this hearing because I got to represent the people. And I just got to tell all these guys, we're going to start using the P word. Primary. It terrifies these guys because they draw their districts for themselves. Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! I think we're the majority, aren't we? You know that we're at least 74 million strong. I think we're closer to 80. We're going to figure out these little machines and how much they stole from us. So, anyway, these committee hearings literally would not be happening without you. And I'm finally ready to talk a little bit about the strategy. The reason I started Stop the Steal the day after the election was that I knew that Trump was going to get backstabbed because of how many people were texting me from the campaign. And I knew he was going to lose his lawyers. And I knew he was going to lose his advance team. I knew he was going to lose some of his family members. And I said, well, if we put bodies in the streets, the president will know we love him, right? That's right. We love Trump. We love Trump, don't we? We love Trump. 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 And I said, if we could fill the gap, you know, and again, I feel like it's more inspiration. I'm a smart guy. I'm very smart. I've been working in this industry for 14 years. And I've worked on 100 federal campaigns. And it still occurred. It was like a vision from heaven that if we could hold the line long enough, the cavalry would come. Yes. And Rudy Giuliani came. Yes. And Anna Ellis came. And Lynn Wood came. And Sidney Powell came. And General Flynn came. And hundreds of thousands of us marched on D.C. peacefully. So the president's not conceding. Because he's not listening to those staffers who are still getting paid to this day for not coming into the campaign office. He's not listening to Romney McDaniel and her bagel energy where she says focus on this and focus on that. I'm focused on our vote for November 3rd. How the hell are we supposed to focus on anything else? We just got robbed. The door's still open. She wants us to leave it open. I'm done with these people.
That's right.
So, we did our job. The cavalry is here. The cases are firm. Now, they've told y'all probably 25% of what they're sitting on. The rest of it, it gets even better, folks. They stole this election. We are going to be able to prove it. I believe we've already proved it. But take it to the bank. As somebody who's never published fake news on the left or the right, someone who consistently calls out my friends when they publish wacko theories. I mean, I got to sit with Alex Jones half the time, and I tell them when it's fake. But what you need to know is that Sydney's not bluffing. The real question is whether or not we have the time to prove it, whether the court can give us a satisfactory remedy, and we have to have the state legislators in session for when courts throw out misappropriated, certified, falsely certified elections. So we want a special session. Special session! 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 So, anyway, the last thing I want to talk about for sure is that this runoff. I think we're all going to be together by January 1. But maybe we need a little family fighting between now and then, okay? So I'm not denouncing Lynn Wood. You can't make me. I'm not denouncing General Flynn. You can't make me. I'm not denouncing Sidney Powell. You cannot make me. You know why? Because the Georgia voters are contacting us. The Georgia voters are contacting us. Senator Brandon Beach told me in politics you have something called 4-4s. A 4-4 is a person who has voted in all of past 4 elections in the Republican primary and the general election. Okay, these are your bread and butter. You don't have to contact these people through direct mail because they're going to show up. They save you money. They're your activists. They're your donors. 4-4s are important. So Brandon and I were, Senator Beach and I were talking, and he said, this lady calls me. She's a 4-4 in Alpharetta, and she's crying. And she says, I had to wait in line for 2 hours on election day, 2.5 hours on election day. And it was my patriotic duty, and I was proud to cast a vote for President Trump, and I knew he would win. And she said, I showed my ID. They checked my signature, that it matched, and I knew that I cast a legal vote. She said, I had no idea that the absentee ballots weren't checking IDs or matching signatures. I've been robbed. It got worse. On the phone, crying to Senator Beach, she told him, I'm not going to vote on January 5th. That's not Lynn Wood. That's not Sidney Powell. That's not General Flynn. That's not me. That's not anybody who's saying that we ought to leverage our votes to get better commitments out of Loeffler and Purdue. By the way, where the hell are they?
Where are they?
So I just want everybody to know, my friends nationally, and they're watching on my Periscope, there's going to be 30,000, 40,000 people who watch that. Stop bullying Georgians. That's right. You don't know nothing about the Vidalia sweet onion. You don't know nothing about the pine. You don't know nothing about the Chinese investment into the pine. You know we send chopsticks to China from Georgia. How do you even do that? No, export Chinese chopsticks. I moved here when I was 22, and I was here till I was 25. I lived in Savannah and Vidalia, had a number of grassroots candidates that lost, and I remember coming here and ordering barbecue, and I was like, why do they keep giving me food? You know, because I'm used to the beef. But my out-of-state friends don't know nothing about this state. Y'all are strategic, principled patriots. And I think we're all going to be together. But I'm going to tell you what, if the Republican Party tries to shame y'all into voting, I know we're going to lose. If they tell you, vote for Team R, or you're dead, they think y'all can't count to 4. Romney, Murkowski, Collins, and Sass. What kind of majority is that? So we already know we're going to get backstabbed. But can you please do it in the front and not the back? Can you please not piss on our back and call it rain, call it water? All we're asking for is a little respect, right? So I think that Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue ought to energize the base by calling for paper ballots. I think they ought to energize the base by saying, we want them to audit the November 3rd election, and we will protest until it is. We want them to call for Dominion machines to be ripped the hell out of the wall. If the Secretary of State won't do it, that bastard, we want the governor to do it. If the governor won't do it, we want the Attorney General to do it. And if they don't do it, maybe the citizens need to be thinking about doing it. Don't do it. Or, you know, wink, wink. So anyway, we'll all be together. I'm not calling on anyone to boycott the runoff, but that's my personal position, and I don't vote here. I'm not your lord. I'm not your leader. You make a decision when you consult God and your values. But let's use our influence to say, we live in a republic, Republican Party, meet some of our demands, issue a press release. I'm not even saying Kelly Loeffler has to come down here and chain herself to this fence, but, you know, I'd donate. It's an option. I'm not saying that she has to oversee some special session. I know she's not a part of this body, okay? But I do know that she's real close to the governor. Real close. Very close. And I love seeing that sign yesterday. And you know, that sign was seen by about 1 million people on RSBN and NDTV and Epic Times. Yeah, all over the place. You went viral. So anyway, there, you know, Vernon Jones has a different position than Lynn Wood on the runoff, but we're all friends. And don't let anybody divide you. Those are 2 Georgia voters, Vernon Jones and Lynn Wood. Okay? And just because I created Stop the Steal doesn't even mean I can come in here. But I'm here to bully for y'all, and I'm not going to let my friends in D.C. or New York tell me what to do. I'm not going to let Don Jr. tell me what to do. I'm not going to let anybody tell me to move. This is a pro-Trump movement, but this is not a Trump movement. This is a movement for the Constitution and our rights. It came before Trump. It'll be here after Trump. It came before all of us. It'll be here after all of us, God willing, if we fight. If you don't fight, we lose. Your kids are slaves. All right? Stop the steal! 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 So the last thing I want to do, and I got to get my butt inside, I'm just enjoying giving you guys a legislative update.
Love it. Thank you.
Is, by the way, you know, we had great things in Michigan yesterday. We have private things happening in Pennsylvania today. Private things that happened in Arizona yesterday. We're making progress. We're asking to do something that's never been done in American history. But trust me, there's a plan. And you know, everywhere we go, we get beautiful weather. My friend here has traveled to like 6 different states following me. my friend here too. And huge shout out to them. On their own dime.
We're not giving up.
And they can testify. The sun's always shining.
That's right.
When we were in Broward County on Saturday, Roger Stone summoned me for a meeting. And my friend Daniel here, who's now traveling with me, making sure I eat, sleep. And he said before we got there, it was raining. We got there, it was no longer raining, the sun was shining. The clouds provided some much needed relief there in South Florida. Same with Chicago. It was raining that night, and then it wasn't that day. I think God is with us.
God is with us.
I think we're witnessing a miracle. And I'm telling you, I legitimately believe that. I believe that we're seeing signs and wonders. I believe that the Bible talks about people who will have eyes to see and ears to hear. And I think that the Stop the Steal movement is as spiritual as it is political. And I've said this at every rally. This isn't just a political war, it's an info war. And it's a spiritual war. So if the gentlemen and everybody can take off their hats, we're going to say the Lord's Prayer. We're going to say it all together. And I've told my state coordinators, we had about 37 or 40 of them in the 50 states, but we're organized in all 50. We're organically organized in all 50 states, but we're more concretely organized in 37 or 40 states. I've asked them as a favor to me, even if they're not in the faith, to do an Our Father. So, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank y'all. Visit stopthesteal.us. Sign up for text updates. Make sure you're on the Georgia specific list as well by typing GA to that number. And we'll let you know where we are each day and who's coming where. Thank you. Thank you. You have three options here in Georgia, but we got to exert pressure before we do any of those three options. But we're running into the current. So go to removekemp.com, sign up to volunteer. We're building an army, and I'm going to have a meeting, or someone's going to have a meeting with Kemp and say, we've got 10,000 people ready to march against you. You're going to do the right thing or not. So go to removekemp.com. We can either recall him, we can impeach him, or we can primary him. Okay. So all options are on the table at removekemp.com. The goal in 2021 and 2022 is going to be able to, as a family, a national family, prioritize 3 or 4 states and kick the hell out of some rhinos. And us be there on a 2-week deployment to help good candidates who agree with us. Fair elections, transparent counting, and no draconian, totalitarian, left-wing, psychopathic lockdowns.
Remove Kemp! 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 Remove Kemp!
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Anybody have a spirit? No lockdown. Give me a mask. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh, no. know, we have about 150 patriots here in Georgia outside the state capitol. TJ Pearson may be joining us later. Lynn Wood may be joining us later. I'm going to get my butt in the Capitol, see Vernon Jones, and sit inside the hearing as there is a seat. But you're going to be here at least until 3 p.m. I'm going to be here with them. Come down if you're in Georgia to the Georgia Gold Dome, the state capitol, beautiful capitol.
Donald J. Trump
And
in a free and fair election. We are one nation under God. I don't care if you're from Georgia, Texas, I'm from Florida. I don't care if you're from California. You know the right to election. We all have to stand up and unite as patriots. We have to do this every single day. We're going to be doing a bustle around the country. We're sending to Washington, D.C. on December 12th.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
1.5 million people out of November 14th. If you guys noticed, Ali, great job. November 14th, we had a great march. We are going to have 3 to 5 million people descend into the District of Columbia, where we are going to fight for our president and our country. All right? December 12th, if we have a record-breaking attendance, if we have the largest gathering in our nation's capital, how are they going to say it's not the will of the people? It is up to each and every single one of you to storm the capital of your state and ask for a free and fair election where you count not all votes, because you know there's a bunch of crooked, dirty Biden votes out there, or else you would have won the House and Senate. Right? You don't have to be a scientist or a political strategist to know that election was fraudulent. We are not Venezuela. We are not Cuba. We are not owned by Chinese government intelligence snakes trying to rob your freedom here in your backyard. It is up to every single one of you to fight. Get off social media, use it, but you have to pick up the phone. You have to text people. You have to do this one thing that's called go to websites, call people, and email. Remember when people used to email each other? You know, because they can't censor that. They can't get around you not using their systems and their platforms. That is how you are controlled. They are monitoring us at all times. Illegals, deep state, corrupt pieces of shit are the ones that try to put Matt Flynn in jail. And we are not going to take it, because if that can happen to Matt Flynn,
the state legislators,
that's going to happen to each and every single one of you. Why? Because you came and fought for your country. Guess what? You're on the list. If you don't fight now,
Why
you're going to fight later once they steal it from us? Hell no. You guys got to get out, mobilize, unite as one nation under God on December 12th in Washington, D.C. and fight for your country. And take action. Conservatives have a bad reputation because we don't mobilize. We stand inside of our homes. We stand inside of our homes and we complain about things, but we don't act in the streets. Liberals have it. What do you think that Antifa does?
We don't have them advocate Trump special session.
Oh, so there's not enough Republicans to vote? So even if he called a special
What do you
session...
think Antifa does, guys? They mobilize, they get on the streets.
What I'm getting at
you
is,
think
why
all
is
those
the message
people
that legislators should be
represent a
Why
political
are
agenda?
they're just...
No, it's the spirit of evil that is casting fear into your home. This is a battle of good versus evil, and everything evil in this world does not want Donald J. Trump to be the president of the United States. They are evil. The globalist technology that is controlling you. If you have an Amazon or Echo in your house, get it the hell out of there. What are you doing? Has anybody ever heard of Mark of the Beast?
If Republican state legislators did...
Do you want to put that in your home? Think about it. We have sold ourselves out to commodities for convenience.
And guess what, guys? It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that the media and Facebook and the android called Mark Zuckerberg is a fucking robot. He's Beta from Star Trek. How the hell are these people telling you how to think, how to talk, how to act, where to go, when to go, what to buy? Who the hell are these people? They're evil scumbag pieces of crap trying to hide behind the shadows to steal your freedom, your liberty, and your right to pursue happiness, to live as one nation under Jehovah God, having Jesus Christ as our King, and salvation shall come for our nation if we get on our knees and we pray to God, because we cannot do this alone. This is not a battle of flesh. You know this is a spiritual battle that's manifested itself into the flesh because we stopped praying. The churches were silenced. They're quieted. Since all Lindsay days, this has been a program and everybody's fallen in the trap of it, whether you know it or not. How many people here have taken the red pill, awoken, and are willing to fight for your country? I'll be damned if my family came from El Salvador for socialism, to escape socialism, to have socialism chase them here and have their children, their next generation, and all of your children succumb to the evil, Maoistic, communistic, Nazi socialist, Bernie Sanders socialist agenda that is going to tell you how to live your life, what to do, what to think. Because if you don't think that day is now, it's already here. You need to fight and unite. Stop the steal. Get out there. You need to vote in these people in the Senate. You know they got some baggage. Everybody knows. But we're going to get them into office, maintain a Senate majority. We're going to storm to Washington, D.C. and get the largest mass gathering in the world history into one place and unite as one nation under God with Jesus Christ as our King and Donald J. Trump as our President.
I don't speak Japanese.
Totally fine.
What am I just hold this?
Somebody would translate.
Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal!
I'll be back.
Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Hey guys, and I'm sorry I was talking without them before again. If y'all haven't heard, everybody, social media influencers, patriots, people that don't even have Facebook or social media. We had 1.5 million.
Okay, so I just talk in English?
Yes, please.
Okay, is it live now?
Okay,
well, hello everyone. I am a news reporter with NTD News. That is the sister media of Epoch Times. We report the truth. Our motto is truth and tradition. We try to bring integrity back to journalism. So you can find us. We have an app, the Epoch Times app. You can find us. We live stream everything from NTD. We also live stream all of these events. Right now, we have a live stream going on our YouTube channel, live streaming the Senate hearing. So you should check us out. We broadcast on FiOS channel 158 for NTD. Here you can subscribe and also have our app. So check us out. We'd love to have you on board.
December 12th, go to TrumpMarch.com. Hashtag March for Trump. We are going to defend 3 million to 5 million patriots all from around the country and world to take back our election. TrumpMarch.com. God bless, guys.
Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Loeffler? Where's Loeffler? Why aren't they here fighting with us? Where are those cowards? They want us to come out January 5th? Good luck with that. If you don't get your asses out here and fight now, nobody's coming out on the 5th except for Democrats.
We need to fight now.
Fight now. Hold the line now. This is where it starts. This is where it stops. We cannot let this thing get stolen from us. Where are our elected officials? Where are these cowards? That's what I want to know. Where's Purdue today?
Where are they? They wanted us out here fighting for them on January 5th. Where are they today?
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? We must fight! This is not enough for us to come out here today and let it in today. We need you out here tomorrow. We need you out here Saturday. We need to raise hell until our voices are heard. We want to know, where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue?
Where's Purdue?
Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Loeffler? Where's Loeffler? Where's Loeffler? You better get off your ass and come fight for it like we are. All right, I got a bigger megaphone. Watch out, folks. The point I'm trying to make is they want us to come out here and stand in the freezing cold. Use that same damn Dominion voting device that got installed this election this past couple of weeks ago. We cannot let this happen. We cannot. You cannot show up on January 5th and use the same damn voting machine that robbed us this time. We can't do that. We have to let Purdue know. We have to let Loeffler know. Our fight is here, not January 5th. It's here. It's today. We want them now. Stop the steal. 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 We have to stand up, Patriots, and make sure you're going to Infowars.com. Infowars.com. Get real news. Fuck Fox News. Fuck CNN. Fuck these commie media channels that we're paying for. If you haven't cut the cord yet, you're paying CNN. If you haven't cut the cord yet, you're paying Fox News. Get off your ass, Americans. It's time to do battle. This is the only fight we have, folks. There's not another one. Don't think I'll wait for the next fight. There is no next fight. It's here. It's now. 1776. 1776. 1776. 1776. We are not going to deal with this. We're not going to take this. Thank you.
I like that gun. Fire! Georgia fire!
We can do it. We have the power. The power's not there. That's our house. We are the power. We are the people. We're the ones dumb enough to vote them in. We got to be smart enough to vote them out. It's that simple, folks. You have to stand up. Stand now or forever bow to the commies. That's what the choice is. You stand now or you fall forever. It's very simple, folks. Hold the line. 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 Hold the line.
Hold the line.
That's right. That's right. This gentleman says never surrender. He's absolutely right. If we surrender now, we surrender forever. We are not going to surrender. We are not going to bow down to the commies. These poor people that have immigrated to this country to flee that socialism, they're out here. You can see them. They know what it looks like. They know what it smells like. They risk their life to leave that great, to leave their country to come to this great country here. So get away from socialism. Get away from communism. Why? Who's killing their lives? Who's killing their families? And look at this lady here. She gets it. She understands it. She knows. Communism kills. Communism stop now! There is no other awakening coming, folks.
I know she just said that. It's not. I'll go, but.
Permanently, because that's what's going to happen.
Okay. I'll go.
Infowars.com. Don't listen to CNN. Don't listen to Fox News. Don't listen to MSN. I see the Epic Times here. We love the Epic Times. Yeah. We love OAN. We love Newsmax.
Real news. Epic Times.
This is it, folks.
By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Epic Times yet,
there is no other next stop. There is no other next revolution. It begins now, folks. Right now. We need you fighting. We need you spreading the news. We need you getting to Infowars.com and sharing that with all your family members, sharing it on all your social media sites. They have to get the truth. You've got to understand the Communist Party is here now. They're here now. They're trying to take this great country of ours. We have to stop it. We have to stop it now. You ladies want to say anything? You came from a communist country. You know what it's all about.
They need a freedom. They need a freedom.
Freedom. That's what they want. They want freedom. Folks, our freedom's about to be stripped away from us. You don't think it could ever happen here. You think you're in America. Oh, we're all safe here. Everything's good here.
Gather and pray. Let's get together and pray.
Pray. We need prayer now more than ever. Our president needs prayer more now than ever. We're not out here burning shit down. We're not out here looting. We're out here fighting. Doing what we have to do here to make sure that we keep this country great. Let's fight. Let's do our best. Let's make sure that we take no shit from these commies. We can't do it. We can't lay down now. Look, hey, everybody, let's all join hands, get together here. Let's say a quick prayer. I know COVID's out here. I know people are fearful and whatnot, but God's got you. God's got you. I promise you that. And so, if you don't mind, if you would just take your hands off, man, bow your heads. Let's go to the Lord. Let's go to the one who can truly save us. Our dear Heavenly Father, Lord, looking over our country right now, Lord, you know what we're going through as a country right now, God. You know we're under attack by the enemy. Your word tells us, warns us about the enemy, tells us that the enemy is always going to be on attack. They're not out there the devil's not out there trying to find the wicked. He's already got them. He's coming after us. Do not let him divide us. Do not let him take away the one thing that's most important to us, which is our freedom, God. Our freedom to be able to pray to you, whatever and wherever we want, God. We know our churches are under assault in this country. We know they're trying to rip the nuclear family apart, God. We know they're trying to keep us out of church, God. They're trying to screw us out of our holidays, God. They're trying to separate the family. They don't want us talking together. They don't want us praying together. They don't want us exposing them, God. But we, with our last breath, will expose them. We will fight for you, God. We will fight for our sovereign rights, Lord. We love you, God. We pray that you would put your hands on President Trump, that you would give these weak, spineless leaders here in Georgia, give them some sort of will, God. Wake them up. Help them understand that they're on the wrong side. We're in a battle of good versus evil, God. We know that. Good will win. We know that, Lord. These things we ask and we lift up in your Son, Jesus' almighty precious name, Lord. Amen. Amen. Let's go, Patriots!
Great. But it's time to stand up.
Courage is contagious. Courage is contagious. Cowardice is contagious. Cowardice is contagious. What side do you choose? Will you choose to be a coward?
or will you choose to be courageous? Now's the time.
Courageous!
Courageous! That's right. That's exactly right.
And because we are a patriotic group, let's all take off our hats and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready?
No, they won't do it.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
USA! 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 USA!
At least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, gave that right to me.
And I proudly stand up next to you and defend us till today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. I'm proud of you.
We need to be loud. We're here in the street. We're here at the Capitol. Today, two very important hearings are going on, and they need to hear our voice. And I don't think they heard us. So we need to let them know what we want. And what we want is quite simple. To stop the steal. So we need to sing very loudly. Stop the steal!
Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal! Stop the steal!
Stop that steal! Stop that steal! Stop that steal!
We want a special election. We want an audit of signatures verified.
Yeah.
We're not going to take the state recount. We want signature verified ballots. No, who really won this state, and we know damn good and well Biden didn't win this state. We know that. We know that.
No verification without signature verification.
Recount! 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 Recount!
Audit the vote.
Audit the vote! 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 Audit the vote!
Hands up, vote!
Democrats, does it take to win an election?
Let's go to Brian!
I don't know.
Let's go to Brian! Let's go to Brian! Let's go to Brian! Never mind, you guys. They're too scared over at Brian, so they're not going to let us in. But do you know why they're fucking scared? Because they're lying! Do not let them steal your state! Don't! I'm from Florida myself, but I'm here to support you guys because Florida is doing the right thing. And what is Georgia doing right now?
Nothing!
Cheating on its citizens! They are lying to you! They are stealing from you!
Yes, they are.
You have to take it back, or they're going to keep doing it. It's time to wake up and face it, or they're going to kick y'all in the ass. We have to stand up together.
Your vote don't matter if you don't stand up.
Trump 2020! Trump 2020!
Trump 2020! Trump 2020! Trump 2020! Trump 2020! Trump 2020! Trump 2020!
If you haven't all figured it out, this is a grassroots people's effort. I'm just a normal guy who's never protested anything before in my life. But watching this election, I stayed up all night and I knew something was wrong. I was totally outraged. I have spent the last 3 weeks traveling the country, supporting the efforts to ensure the integrity of our election and to stop the steal. I'm outraged, and I know you are too. So, if anyone would like to speak, come here. Because this is the people's effort. This is the people's effort.
This is our house. 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 Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in.
Let us in. Let us in.
Cowards!
This is the first election we've ever had to put fences around any government building. Every police station in America, I'm broadcasting live. Every police station in America is surrounded by fencing now. Every government capitol building is surrounded by fencing now. Why the hell would you have to put fencing around the people's house in a free country unless you've stolen something? I don't have to barricade my doors unless I'm doing something wrong inside.
Stop the steal! 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 Stop the steal!
Stop the steal.
We are watching you! We are watching you! We are watching you! We are watching you! We are watching you!
Where's Purdue?
Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where's Purdue? Where is it? They're gonna want to know where we are January 5th. They're gonna want to know exactly where we are January 5th. And I can tell you right now, if they don't come out here and stop this deal right now, my ass is at home. Your ass should be at home too. Who cares what Lindsey Graham has to say? Who cares what Newt Gingrich has to say? They're the establishment rats that got us here. Please understand that. Turn the news off. Turn the news off. This fight begins, folks. It's here. It's on your doorstep right now. Either you fight to stop the commies or you give in to the commies. It's very simple. There's no way out other than fighting. It's like burn your ships now. Burn your ships now. The only way off the island is through victory. That's where we're at, folks. Wake up. Wake up. And fight for this republic.
Are you familiar with the idea that
they don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, oh, I know all about it.
Folks, if you don't realize what's going on right now, do your homework, do your research. We are under attack right now as a country. We are fighting the Great Reset. Do you know what the Great Reset is? If you don't know what the Great Reset is, do your damn homework, folks. You owe it to your family. If you've got children, you owe it to your children. If you've got grandchildren, you owe it to your grandchildren. You cannot cower to these zombies now. Now is not the time to rest. Now is not the time to get war weary. Now is not the time to get worn out and get up in your feelings and start thinking about how tough it is, how hard it is. You think about those patriots who gave it all so that you can stand here in freedom today. That's who you need to think about. Great warriors have protected this country here. Do your homework. We are fighting the Great Reset right now. Go listen to Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, just said that this past week here. They are willing to do whatever. They are there to help, listen, and get this Great Reset going. Go do your homework, folks. There's so much information out there, but if you have your head in the sand, you're not going to see it, you're not going to find it. You've got to understand what's going on. You've got to understand the plan of 2030. 2030. Go look up 2030 and what the agenda is and what they're trying to accomplish. Go look at what the new China state media just said on TV the other day. They know that they use COVID to bring us to our knees. They want to collapse our economy. They want to turn us into the third world country that they are. They need our land to feed their people. Please understand that. This is a war for our country right now. We must fight. We must stand up, folks. Patriots, it's time to rise up. Agenda 21 will never happen under our watch. We will not become a communist country. Protect your kids. Protect your kids. Protect your kids.
Protect your kids! Protect your kids! Protect your kids! Protect your kids!
If you don't protect your kids, no one's going to. The government wants them. The government would love to have your children. Please understand what's going on. You got to understand this is a war against God versus Satan. That's what's going on, folks, whether you realize it or not. This is good versus evil. What's going to win here, folks? Good or evil? You choose. You decide. Are you on the side of good? Are you on the side of evil? You're going to let Bill Gates put that vaccination in you? Nobody wants a COVID vaccination? No vaccine! No vaccine! No vaccine! No vaccine! No vaccine! No vaccine!
No vaccine!
Come to find out, now since all the supplies
Can we go in?
Mercury's bad.
Across the street, they're selling trouble flags. I'm sorry, I just got some of this camera.
Oh, they got a wall?
Somebody in America just got to sell something.
Wait a minute. Do they have a wall?
NTT.
But they want
Oh, okay. This is NTT, which is the TV fund.
Fuck you. Let's go. We got to yell again.
All kinds of places setting up now, however. The ones that are allowed inside. Probably right here.
Okay? That looks good to me. Make sure you get a front row seat. Okay.
Hey, how you doing? You're about to set up here. Something good questions nationwide. That's cool. You good? Who are you with, sir?
Local CBS.
Are you going to need a for audio?
Okay? Just let me know when you're ready.
Yes, sir. You'll be the first to know.
My pockets, they're driving. I guess that's fine.
You run your board?
They didn't leave,
I'm going to keep driving around.
they didn't leave the hotel until 9 o'clock. I thought they were supposed to leave at 8.
What's the matter with kids today?
I like you guys, man.
Matter of fact, I was watching him yesterday.
Which end do you get, male or female?
You get the female. No, wait.
You're not sure. I know the difference, but I'm not sure which one.
Now I can be like, it's hooked up and sound. It starts working with everything. You like the way that sounds? Yeah. Here's the top dog. So we're gonna. Here's what I want to do. You gotta follow my lead on this. Hey Don.
I'll take it.
Only have 12 minutes. But you're not going to bet.
Hold on. It's got to go through. Let's hook them up. Nobody else. If they pass, just have them come.
No, talk about my phone.
Well, there's recording. It's like about an hour, so they call it. So they're running a little late, so they'll probably be like 12.
That's what I figured.
Did you guys go to the business station?
Where the restrooms at?
No, hold it.
Like all of it.
It's like, you're like, Grace Mike joke here real quick.
Do I need to take my mask off? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, it's a little low.
Yeah.
That's okay.
First, what brought you here?
My love for my country.
Okay, can we do a power check now?
And the seek truth is done in this country. Truth is not relative. It's not gray or black. Truth is either Trump won or Trump lost. Trump won. The fraud is enormous. It was proven. And if this can happen in this country, it can happen throughout the world. Japan is one of our good friends. And so is Canada, so is Mexico, so is UK. But China is not. Well, I hope I don't get shot.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, we saw a few. I was walking out at 3 o'clock.
Oh, can we edit that? Because I said black or gray. Somebody might misview that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Just edit from truth.
Okay.
Truth is not relative. It's not light blue, dark blue. It's either Trump won or Trump lost. Trump won. The fraud was enormous. That can be proven. Trump is the winner of this election. Japan is our friend and should be on our side on this. I actually work for a Japanese company.
Really?
Yeah.
For 21 years. What do you think of the results of the Georgia election?
Okay. I think the Georgia elections are going to be, fraud is going to be tried in Georgia. And it's up to us to stop it.
Okay, and this one?
And our politicians.
In Japan, there are... Oh, shit.
I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. I spent my whole adult life in Northern California. I spent my whole adult life in Northern California. 31 years in a place called Diablo, California. The base of Mount Diablo, Devil Mountain. One day I had a birthday.
If Biden hijacks America, how many people do you think will fight with a gun?
From the highest place in East Bay, California.
I don't think anybody's gonna fight with a gun. I don't think that we're gonna lower ourselves to that. But if people come to try and take our guns, that's another issue.
In Japan, there are many people who believe in lies and have not yet awake. What do you think you can do awake Japanese people like Americans?
What we need to do is everybody wants a global world where everybody's one big family. And that's great. But the time isn't now. The good countries need to align themselves together because the world is with robotics and such is getting to the point where you either win or you're left behind. America, Japan, UK, Canada, Mexico, and a few others need to join together and not the whole world. Not all countries play nice.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let's all shake hands. We'll do it.
Can only be a chef. The Lord. I just showed up. They wanted to know if I came as part of the program or just attending. And I said, God only knows. But I ended up on the podium at the end for the final shofar blast. And so I'm Wow. Awesome. Folks, I'm a master shofar sounder. I've been in Israel 5.5 years, but I have a residence
in Evans, Georgia. When I'm here in the country, I got my U.S.-based operations, and so I'm now a resident of Georgia, and I feel my obligation to because our President Trump has done for Israel what no president or no individual could have ever done. The Lord Almighty, and He has anointed him for such a time as this. And we've been praying, and we've been praying. And I'm a Jewish man, but I come alongside my brethren and the brothers and the Christians because we're all God's people. And we all worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And there are biblical principles. And one of the commandments is thou shalt not steal. So folks, what I'm glad to see, I'm here and there's and again, I have no authority here, but the authority that God Almighty has brought me here. My steps are ordered by Him, and I've had the honor and the privilege to be a spiritual Navy SEAL. Where He placed me is on the spiritual eastern line of defense of Israel, right next to it. Israeli Defense Force Army base. And so, with whatever authority that is, a mandate from heaven, I have the honor and privilege of being a spiritual Navy SEAL. I get sent all around the world. And in my wake, I see the hand of God manifest. And I see people with their healing, their deliverance, and their freedom. I've seen the lame walk, and I've seen the deaf hear, I've seen the blind see, I've seen cancer cured, I've seen resurrection life. And so I'm here, sent as a Israeli Shofar ambassador to stand with you, and as a resident Georgian, as a dual citizen of both the United States and America, as a representative from Jericho to actually come here as part of the Jericho March. This is a biblical pattern. This is a pattern if you read, if we go around 7 times, it says in Psalm 53, it says, God looks out from heaven upon the human race, looking for one who is wise and one who seeks His face. So it just takes one of us to go where He says to go and release what He says to release. But the battle is His. By the way, this is, you can all be praying. This is a custom-made, one-of-a-kind, last Trump shofar. And it's personalized. It has Donald J. Trump on it. It says Commander-in-Chief for the Supreme Commander. Thank you. It's got the symbol of the seal of the President of the United States of America on it. It's got the Jerusalem flag emblem, and it's got in Hebrew the Israeli flag and the American flag together. It's got in Hebrew Isaiah 45:5. I strengthened you when you did not know me. I am the Lord your God. I strengthened you when you did not know me. And so you know that He is the anointed one. He's done for Israel, like I said, that no other president could do. And I'm really sad to see my government in Israel just automatically fall in line and start aligning with Biden and be politically correct. So we've sent a message to our government in Israel that it's not over, and we know, we've seen it happen. We don't know what it's going to look like. He works in mysterious ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and His ways are higher than our ways. And we just got to keep the faith, and we just got to show up, and the battle is His. So I'd like to. It looks like we've got a lot of folks coming from the Jericho March. I'm not sure what all that looks like. But I'd just like to leave you. I'd like to leave you with a double.
MAGA country! MAGA country!
I come from a place, a 6-minute walk from my back door, which is also my front door, of the caves of Elijah. It's where Elijah completed the school of the prophets. It's where he passed on the double portion anointing to Elisha, and we ascended to heaven in a fire chariot. So I'd like to leave you with a blessing, with the double portion anointing from this place. As we await the speakers that will follow. So, you hold this.
Back to my truck, and then I took it to the whole deuce. It was too bad. One time was too much, and so I had to jump in the airport. Good job. You know, you started overflowing on us.
Sorry, guys. Try buying that. Yeah. Hey, priorities. Yeah, priorities right there. No, I got service. I got full bars. The thing was acting funny a minute ago, but it's fine now. I got it on. Joe should be calling me, and if he calls me during this, I'm going to be very upset. I got the checkout screen. Yeah,
So I come from a place of humility.
They sell out in like minutes.
You know, some of these shofar sounders, they put their shofar up in the air. Like
So
they
right when
call
it
God
turns
down
12,
from
I'm gonna
heaven.
reload.
How arrogant of me to think I could call God down to heaven. I'm going to humbly find his presence.
Oh, that wasn't the official one.